Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach. Today, I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB, super pumped you're here, ready to rock and roll. It is April 28th, ready to take it on, 2025. It's a Monday, episode 5680, and we're ready to get after it this week. Now, just in full disclosure, as you know, I ran my marathon yesterday. For those of you interested in the results, I'm actually recording a few days early this week because I'm going to be in recovery. So I'm probably recovering a little bit, but you want to get the information on how I did and what's going on. We're going to put all that up in the longevity hub. So you can go up there and see how I did in my marathon, how things went. It's a great time to just check it out. Did I hit my goal? Did I not hit my goal? And then we'll be back to normal here in a few days once I get my legs back and I recover after the attempt at the 3:30 Boston qualifier. So for those of you that are really interested, jump up into MorningCoach.com, click longevity, and that information will be there. This week, we got an awesome week planned. I'm excited because it's a little open, meaning the compass, every once in a while, we'll get a fifth week, and April's one of those, where Monday gives us an open week. So we're going to skip the book study this week. There's no book study. We start next week with rich relationships. But this week, we get to talk about some cool things. We're going to talk about embracing new ideas and being patient and specifically evolving, the evolution. How do we move forward with things, especially when things are changing? And we're going to get into that today. Before we do, remember your morning ritual. Take time for self-care, right? Very important. Listen to CoachCast. You're here. You're doing it. Great job. Get the planner out or piece of paper, whatever you're using. Organize today using the 7 Ps. Get the right perspective. Have the right priorities. Focus on improved performance. Be patient. Keep great posture, stay present, and persist, okay? And then stop by the community for accountability and support. I will be up in there today. Again, a little bit of head. We're recording a little head here because of my marathon yesterday, so jump up there. We'd love to talk to you or see you around there today. So excited about this week. So we're going to be talking about embracing new ideas and being patient and evolving. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how AI is changing my life. I'm going to go over some of the things that I'm using it for and how we're going to start building a hub around training AI and not just using it as a little joke tool, but as something that can literally be transformational and some of the things we're working on in the month of May. Okay. And as you know, we're coming into May, we're finishing out April, and April is a due. So we're just doing it. And May is a really big, important check month. I think it's one of those ones, like if I look back, as I came out of January last year and went into February, it was a check. And I was like, okay, January started, but things aren't really working. And then as I got into May is when I really made significant life changes last year. I said, I'm going to start running. I'm going to, really take care of myself. And it's amazing how much my life has gotten better from the check in May. I think the spring, the energy of the summer, there's just so many things. So we want to check your plan starting Wednesday on. So as we get into May, we'll talk about that next week, but it is a check month, okay? So we're going to get into focusing on learning, losing the ego, why that's so important on Wednesday. Thursday, Ask JB, how do you take action with some of these things, especially when you feel paralyzed, some of the new tech? We're going to get into that. Friday, staying active to generate revenue, never retiring. IOD concept again. What are we doing and why are we doing that? And then Sunday, enjoying the sands of time, the hourglass. We're going to go over a little bit about slowing it down. So we really got a great week. And the truth is, what Morning Coach is, and this is really important to understand, it's an evolutionary system. This isn't something that is just going to stay static. This is an evolutionary system that is moving forward with new technology and new ideas for you to live your best life, to be as productive as possible, to help you with health, help you with wealth, and all the above. And we're excited about that because it is evolving and it is just getting better. And we've got this huge launch coming up in September as we're building everything out, but you're going to be getting the energy as we're doing that. With that being said, the longevity planner, you can go up there and grab that in the longevity area, put that on your Remarkable if you're using that. We're going to be doing a lot in the health area, okay, that over as we get moving forward. But the big thing that I want to get into, and before we get too far ahead, remember, morningcoach.com, 7 days a week, amazing energy, amazing evolved systems, everything to make your life better. All you got to do is go over to morningcoach.com, click that trial button. Right now we're doing $1 for 7 days. Give it a shot, see what you think, and I guarantee it'll be life-changing for you. So we'll see you over at morningcoach.com. All right, back to the show. Let's talk about this season of evolution. And I want to talk about the idea of 4 pillars. And we've got 4 pillars in the things that I do, whether it's an inner circle or here at Morning Coach. And that is creating a mission and vision. And that's, your mission is what you're going to do. Your vision is who you're going to become, right? And then having the support structure, that team, those people around you to help you, building a better communication structure. You hear me talking about this all the time. And finally, all you need to do is be committed to excellence, and then start applying things. Now, in order to do that, there are a lot of things happening. And over the next couple of days, we're going to talk about that. One of those things being AI. It's moving rapidly. And the areas that you can use it can really help you because of the amount of data that it can collect and how it can be educated to really work with you. And so, last year we attempted to really put the companion out, and you could take a picture and send it in. And it was wonky, it worked, but it was really the first iteration, right? It was kind of not even the beta, it was the Charlie. It was, really we were working with it. It's still out there, but it just doesn't work that great. So this May, okay, and I've had people working on that. I've been in a couple mastermind meetings the last couple weeks, and they've been on AI, right? And I've really learned from some experts, and I am diving in headfirst. So May is going to be the evolutionary system for myself. And in turn, what happens with that is always good, is that you get the benefit because I'll be sharing a lot in our AI section. But it's a great new week, and we're going to be bringing that as we come into May because the idea is about embracing new ideas, being open, and practicing patience as we move through change. And all of a sudden, you'll see how things start to change. And we're really going to be evolving in this new world with some productivity systems that are just going to blow you away. Now, over the years, I've seen how easy it is to get stuck, right? Clinging to old systems because they feel safe. I remember when I first transitioned Morning Coach to a digital platform. Remember this? It was scary. I loved the old way, CDs, printed planners. But deep down, I knew the world was changing. I had to embrace new technologies and patiently learn. It didn't happen overnight, but the patience allowed me to evolve and build what we have today. And the next step is really understanding the structure of systems that will work for you and how to utilize those. So our core teaching of the day is we want to evolve through PDCA. So we want to take the time to dream and design new ideas without rushing. That's the plan, okay? And we do the PDCA as our get it done now structure, right? But we want to plan something. What are we going to build? What are we working on? And then we want to start small because action beats perfection. Really important, especially when we're learning new things. And then we want to evaluate what's working and what's not. Feedback is the fuel. And then we make tweaks and adjust based on what you learn. So one of the things that I'm going to be working on in May that I'm really excited about, and I've been yelling about this from the start of last year, was individualized content. Our new system allows us to produce individualized content. Now, there's going to have to be some input on your side, but imagine being able to have structured systems for you, almost an individualized coach cast for you. How cool would that be if I could understand your mission and I can understand your vision? And then we can create the tools to help you. So in order to do that, the cool thing is with AI and the ability to train the AI through agents and through structuring of different systems and tools, input, and then into discussions of Zapier and data collection, there are things that we can do. And it's exciting me. I would just love you to be able to wake up, come into Morning Coach, and see what you're doing for the day and what you should be executing on. One of the biggest issues we had with the companion was a lot of people said, well, I don't know what I should be doing. So it's taking a picture of my planner and it's just going on the basis of that. It's not going in depth enough. enough. So right now, currently, is what I'm working on is agents. So what the agents are to be able to help you, guide you to your mission and vision. If you already have it, it's great. But actually look at your sacred six, look at your plan, and be able to give you some input on that and be able to constantly be monitoring it and making it better. Now, in order to do that, we've got to be able to collect data. We got to be able to build the systems. But it's there. I visually saw it. I'm hiring consultants. I'm working with people. But the thing that is different about this time, and I want to, why I'm talking about this, why I think it's so important, is because I believe in it so much. And please hear this. I believe in it so much I want to learn it. Like I'm going to do it. So I'm not relying on tech teams and hiring a bunch of people. I'm building this. And that's why I have to ask you to be patient, but I'm learning it. And as I'm learning these ideas and thoughts, I want to share with you some things that you can execute. Now, obviously, the bigger picture stuff, it's going to be hard because we're training it based on our IP. We're training it based on our systems and structures. But along the way, there are things that you're going to be able to do, whether it's using folders or building an agent or, in your own personal life, that AI can start making your life a little bit easier. Now, I know we'll have kickback. Look, I know there's kickback already with AI. I'm one of those people. Like, it's funny, I was talking to one of my clients, that I work with, who's very successful in the medical area, and she was talking about how she says please and thank you every time to AI because she knows one day it's probably going to take over the world, right? And it'll be the last, they'll be nice to her because she said please and thank you. But I get it. I understand the skepticism. I understand the privacy concerns. I understand all of that. But what I also understand is the ability to process data at the speeds that, you couldn't get 1,000 human beings to do that can help you with your health and your wealth, help you become more productive. And like I said, help you get that vision and that mission structured so good that when you plug in, it's like, okay, what am I going to do today? And that's why I'm talking about Morning Coach is always evolving. I'm going to be here for you. Like I'm coaching and teaching and, we're building planners. We've got longevity. We're building things up. I still like paper and pencil for some things. But we also want to be evolving to the best tools that are possibly out there. Now, I've been using AI for 4 years. But now I want to go from just average, understanding it, using it for my own use, to, an expert, right? And I want to be able to help you with that. So I'm investing a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of money into this, not only because I just don't want somebody to go out and do it. I want to do it, okay? And so I want to share that with you because there's certain things that you should invest your time in and things as we come into a check. So if I look at my mission of bringing 800 people into the new Morning Coach between September and January of 25 and 26, this fits right into the structure. Okay, so I'm excited about it. And again, you're going to be the benefit of it because it fits right into everything we're doing, the ILD launch in the summer. And it's just another example, like I always say, about social proof. You're going to see me gravitate towards something and how I build expertise and how I monetize that expertise. That's an ILD life. And you're going to get that whole journey as we work together. So here's what I want you to be thinking about. I want you to pick one small area of your life or business that you can evolve. I want you to be thinking about that. And I want you to start working the PDCA cycle on it. What are we going to dream and design? How are we going to do it? Start small. I want you to check on what's working and what isn't. And I want you to act. Now remember, with Morning Coach, this is so critical. You're going to get a lot of ideas from me. Make sure you evaluate this with your plan and make sure you can fit that in to what you're doing. Does it fit your mission and vision? And if you're stalled out on mission and vision, we're going to have some tools to help you with that in May. So patience isn't waiting. It's trusting the process while you keep moving. That's what we're constantly doing. We're constantly evolving, looking at things, understanding what is the best we can do. Journaling today. Here's a prompt. Where am I resisting new ideas out of fear? And what's one step I can take to open up to evolution? Okay? And the quote of the day is, the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. That's by Albert Einstein. So I want you to open up to new ideas today, new thought processes. And we're going to work together to really build some special stuff. And again, the cool thing about Morning Coach is you can sit back and just sponge it all in. You can watch and take what you need and leave what you don't on the other side. But we're going to bring you resources consistently, constantly. That's what this evolutionary system is. It's not a course, right? This is me coming every week with something new, heck, every day. Dr. Paul bringing you the latest ideas in science and research on health and constantly evolving, and now new systems and tools to help you move forward. So let's get out there and start the week off with some great energy. Let's put it out there. And I'll be back tomorrow right here to keep you going. Remember, no book study tomorrow, but we're going to talk a little bit about AI tomorrow right here on morningcoach.com. All right, I love you. I'll see you up in the community.